What is going on, everyone? Jake Shrico here, coming at you with the movie night number 2. And this time, I want to introduce you to one of my favorite directors of all time, Akira Kurosawa. I cannot praise this gentleman enough. You know, he's made tremendous, tremendous films over the span of his directing career. You know, ranging from drama to crime to thriller to action to mystery to period with samurai films. Just a slew of films that is just very enjoyable to watch and to experience at the same time. And to kick this movie night number 2 off, I wanted to introduce you to one of my favorite films of all time, top 5 favorite films and top 3 favorite foreign films of all time. And it's Akira Kurosawa's High and Low, starring the man himself, Toshiro Mifune. Also stars Tatsuya Nakadai, who was also in The Sword of Doom. Also, he was in The Human Condition. What else was he in? The Bad Sleep Well, The Red Beard. You know, just a bunch of Kurosawa's films as well. Yojimbo, he was also in. Also stars Kyoko Kagawa. She was in The Lower Depths with Toshiro Mifune. She was also in Tokyo Story, directed by Yasujiro Ozu. So there's a bunch of well-known supporting characters or actors in this film to support Toshiro Mifune, the main character and the main lead, who plays Kingo Gondo. So how I would recommend this film and my experience of watching it the first time, it was just amazing. And I'm about to rewatch this film again just to pretty much experience my enjoyment of it again for probably the fifth or sixth time I've seen this movie. And I'm not afraid to admit it, but I've watched this film back to back before. You know, I finished watching it and then I would pop it back in again and watch it over again because I enjoy this film so much. And you know, there's something about this film that kind of sparks Kurosawa's films from his other films. You know, Kurosawa is best known for samurai films like Seven Samurai, you know, Kagemusha, Rashomon. I don't think that was really a samurai film. Yojimbo, Sanjuro, you know, those were also other films that he directed. But Kurosawa, you know, once he tapped into that modern era type film, thrillers, action, mystery, you know, something aside from a samurai period time films was just amazing. You know, you never knew this director could, you know, expand his you know, his abilities, his skill set. As I noted before, Kurosawa was ahead of his time directing this film, and there are certain scenes in this film which really drew me to be more intrigued and more involved of what I wanted to experience, you know, the outcome of this film, what happened and how it happened, and just little intricacies of detail that Kurosawa implanted in his film, such as the cinematic you know, shots of characters, or the emotions he brings out with each shot he has with these actors, you know, and portraying their characters. And also the kidnapper, he knew what he wanted from Gondo throughout this film. You know, he planned everything out so delicately to the point where you really connect with Gondo and the kidnapper himself. Aside from demanding money, he wanted certain things done at a certain time and place. And there's a one scene in this film that particularly got to me, that really got to me, and it was the part where, you know, you probably see it in one of these films or one of these scenes I'm about to show you, is that the detective Tatsuya Nakadai's character really thought about putting a tracker, more like a kind of like a red tracker, to pretty much signify if if and when the robber, throws away the evidence and burns it in a fire, it'll turn into red smoke. It's kind of a tracking device. So, there's not much to say with it about this film that I can't say enough. You would just have to experience it on your own, and definitely let me know what you think of High Low, because I know a bunch of other people agree with me that this is their favorite Kurosawa film. Also noteworthy, I want to mention Stray Dog as well is one of my favorite Kurosawa films, and probably my second favorite Kurosawa film. But tonight we're dedicating this night to High and Low, filmed in 1967, I believe. Let me double check this to make sure. It's 1963, black and white color, 4.0 surround in Japanese with English subtitles, shot in 2:35:1 aspect ratio. I believe this has a 4K remaster. I'm not too sure. I think I read something in this booklet right here about it, but the transfer is amazing in this film. Especially when you watch the original cut version of this film. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right in this film, and as always, or from my previous video, I'm going to show clips and scenes that really highlight this film and bring this into a new direction of Kurosawa fans who enjoyed watching his samurai films. So yeah, I'll be right back. So here's a scene where Gondo's just celebrating his big purchase with the shoe company, and his chauffeur walks in the door, dropping off a sweater to his son. So Mifune's wife walks up and calls out to get the two boys that are playing outside. And while she is getting the kids from outside, Gondo gets a phone call, and I'll let you hear it right now.
私が権藤ですが。何？私の息子をさらった？冗談言うな、そんな。冗談ではない。よく聞け。あなたの子供は私がさらった。こちらの言う通りにすれば子供の命は保証する。3000万円用意しろ。何？3000万円？番号の揃ったのはごめんだ。1万円札で1000枚。ちょっと待ってくれ。1万円札で1000枚。1万円札で1000枚。5000円札で3000枚。5000円札で3000枚。1000円札で5000枚。1000円札で5000枚。締めて3000万だ。3000万。明日中に用意しろ。こっちはその後で詳しい指示をする。子供が可愛かったら警察には知らせるな。分かった。よく分かった。じゃ、さようなら。権藤さん。あ、もしもし。もしもし。もしもし。
Also, I wanted to point out one particular scene that really drew me in was the train scene. When Mifune's character was dropping off money, to the kidnappers, his accomplices. So, throughout that scene, you can really tell that Mifune is worried. His character is worried. He wants to get everything right. Everything has to be timed perfectly. He has the cops everywhere on the train, filming at all different angles to get good recognition, good video, so they can identify these kidnappers and his accomplices. And that whole scene where Nakadai's character is, go over here and film at this spot, go over here and film at this spot, go over here and film at this spot. I want everybody to be on time, and once the money is dropped, I want all the cameras rolling, and it's a very intense scene, which I feel is the very, turning point in this film.
もうすぐ鉄橋です。いいですか、権藤さん。子供の顔をよく見てください。私は子供の顔は写真でしか知らない。替え玉ということも考えられますからね。大丈夫だ。俺の命と引き換えるな。間違えるもんか。 間違いありませんね。
The scene that I'm showing you now is a scene where I feel that it's a pivotal point of the film, and it's a realization of the detective Nakadai's character and Mafune's character. You know, they realize where they can find this guy, and the scene where the kids are looking out the window and they see red smoke coming out, and they quickly notify everybody, hey, you know, there's a smoke coming out in the infirmary, go look at it. And there's a scene that pans and it shows the window with the smoke coming out of the infirmary, and you see all of them running to the window. You know, that's probably the best scene in my opinion. You know, when they're all looking out the window and they realize, oh my God, you know, this is the red tracker we put into this briefcase for us to you know, signify where he is. So this scene right now that you're viewing is one of my favorite scenes of this film. Alright, what's up everyone? Jayricofilms here. Back watching this film directed by Akira Kurosawa, High and Low, also known as Tengoku to Jikoku, which is Heaven and Hell, and which really, you know, translates high and low, which really makes sense. But also starring Toshiro Mifune, Tatsuya Nakadai, and Kyoko Kugawa. Just a tremendous film. There's not much to say really about this film like I have, you know, with my other favorite film, A Fair to Remember. But Toshiro Mifune is just a tremendous actor. He's a phenomenal actor, one of my top 3 favorite actors of all time. And, you know, watching Toshiro Mifune in most, you know, in the majority of his films, you get a sense of his emotions. You know, he's really drawn into his character, and, you know, you feel his emotions throughout the film. You just are drawn to the character from the start, and that's something that Toshiro Mifune gave, you know, to his roles, to his passion of creating these iconic characters throughout all of his films, you know, and you can tell by his energy, he rubbed it off with all of his other castmates, and, you know, that's what brings me to like Toshiro Mifune and to admire him, is his passion for his roles. But also to note that Tatsuya Nakadai, you know, he's also in Sword of Doom, he's also in The Red Beard, he's also in The Bat Sleeping Well, Yojimbo. You know, he was also in all those films directed by Kurosawa. And Nakadai, you know, he's just a really fine actor, you know, and he's very poised, and, you know, just to see him step into different roles throughout Kurosawa's films is just amazing, you know, to experience. You know, he's more like a character actor to me, and you know, and Kyoko Kugawa, you know, she's just kind of like an elegant actress, you know, very very innocent, you know, throughout all of her films. Tokyo Story, The Lower Depths, you know, she was also in a slew of other films with directed by Kurosawa. But so to end this movie night off, movie night number 2, I wanted to just give you my one last recommendation to watch High and Low, directed by Akira Kurosawa. You won't be disappointed, because this is by far one of my favorite films of all time. And it's a strong statement because there's a wide variety of films directed by amazing directors across the world, and I put this in like my top 5 favorite films of all time, top 3 foreign. So definitely check this movie out. Slot this on number 2 on JX Rico's recommendation list. Now I'm going to try to get through each genre with my top titles. This one you can slot under foreign films, crime, thriller, mystery, whatever you want to name it. But definitely check this movie out. You won't be disappointed. High and low. Also, if you guys have viewed this film or want to view it, please let me know when you see it, or just let me know of your experiences with this film. I like to read all of your comments and feedbacks of these recommendation titles that I'm showing through my movie nights. So yeah, high and low, Akira Kurosawa, JX Rico signing out.